I come from a small town and I live in the second oldest house, and I've always been fascinated with old buildings and old abandoned buildings. And so I guess when I was writing about these, I was kind of in a weird mood and thinking about that kind of thing. Alright, so this story is called Old House. He was feeling unusually lonely. He had all the friends he could need and was socializing well. When the day ended, however, he would look up at his ceiling and sigh. He could not at all figure out what had prevented his relationships with people together. They were as porous and dry as the drywall that was cracking up. How were his relationships not like this drywall, crumbling and falling apart? What was it in his emotions that made him care about these people, fear for them, stress out about them? He was barely had anything in common. He wondered why it was the way that it was. Perhaps there was something wrong with him. Maybe there was something wrong with them, and that's what made him latch onto them. Was it the way they talked, moved, walked? It felt so hollow in that light. It felt as if he was only caring so he could hold the strings, to use them as if they were his puppets. His relationships he had formed seemed hollow as the walls in this house. That object and ideas would get lost in. He knew that any one person could come and punch a hole in the wall, tearing apart the chunks, opening a wound in the wall. He wondered if something would come out of the walls, if it was hurt like that. Would insects and dark creatures come out of the wall? Would the secrets and dark thoughts that were hidden in it come back? Would the rabid beasts come out and attempt to sink their teeth into his skin? Or does this house simply collapse? Turn up into a pile of rubble. If it did, its old halls would be lost. A loss of time. Its rubbles would cover memories of joy and happiness, the thoughts and ideas. The old house was not like the feelings he felt towards people. Just one accident, one freak of nature mistake, a lightning strike, could turn the house that was dry as kindling into a pile of ash. The ash would rise into the smoke, blotting out the sun entering everyone's lungs. It would suffocate and hurt everyone around him. He wondered if their relationship was like that, dangerous and hollow, and why even form them then? He thought about what the walls and roof around him offered. They offered him a warm embrace of shelter from the storm. It would protect him, and he had only to protect it. Even if his friendship was hollow, weak, and ready to take everyone down with it, it would at least keep him safe for the time being. And that was something he could take sympathy in. That was something he could feel good about.